What are your general thoughts on the season now that's come to a close and you guys are heading into the off season?
It was a tough year for us. I think it was a bit of a roller coaster season, emotionally at least. I think the year prior, we started out decent, and then once we kind of found ourselves at the top of the table, we were able to maintain that throughout the year, which is I think mentally it helps you out. Even if you maybe have a result not go your way, you can still look at the table, and it gives you confidence that you're heading the right direction. And this year, we started out so strong. I think we were dominating teams. Teams were borderline afraid of us. And then obviously we got hit with a lot of injuries and suspensions. And, teams maybe realized that we were struggling a little bit and they were coming at us a bit more. And then we started dipping in a table. So, like I said, emotionally a roller coaster. Very happy that we were able to advance in CONCACAF out of the group stage. And for me personally, it meant a lot for us to win Cascadia Cup this year.
Being named Defender of the Year for the club, what does it mean to get that recognition from your teammates?
I appreciate it, but I know it's a team effort, and most of the time I think people, when you're talking about defense, you look at the back four plus goalkeeper, but we've been talking about a striker being our first defender and a goalkeeper being our first attacker. So I think we did an exceptional job as a defensive unit from the front all the way to the end, which is why we were able to limit opponents to not too many shots, not too many goal-scoring opportunities, and we're able to keep the ball in net fairly decent. So thanks to all those guys. And like I said, it doesn't just go for the Ty Mears and Chad Marshall and then Brad Evans guys, but also all the way up to Oba and Clint too. When they're hustling, when they're working their butt off to deny entry passes, it makes their job a lot easier. So much appreciated.
For you personally, setting several new career highs, how would you reflect on the season for yourself and your performance?
Still disappointed, obviously, that we weren't able to get a shot at the trophy at the end there, but I was happy with my consistency. I think as a goalkeeper, you want to be consistent. Obviously, that consistency, you want to keep that at the highest level possible, which will be one of my goals next year to raise that and then still maintain consistency. But for me personally, I think I stayed pretty even keel. I made maybe a couple of decent saves here and there, but didn't have too many blunders this year at the same time, which is decent. We had individual goals set as well for me personally. I wanted to make sure I was hitting a set number of games I was going to play, stay healthy. Obviously, with the shoulder injury, that wasn't really up to me, but I still was able to play a significant amount of minutes. And distribution was a huge thing for us to try to start really picking out players rather than launch the ball up blindly. Still something to improve on and get better, but I was pleased, but lots of room to improve.
You're clearly the reason why we were able to stay as long as we did against the Dallas game. From your point of view, under the three poles, how do you feel like this defense can improve for next season?
Like I said, I think if he can match defensive, he can match this year, next year, we'll probably be pleased. We were about a goal a game, a goal against average of 1, I think it was. And like I said, there's some really, really good teams offensively out there, and for us to be leading the MLS in that stat is really good. Obviously, there's always room to improve. I think maybe if we can incorporate a sixth guy in our defensive core, meaning you have the goalkeeper, the back four, and then maybe the sweeper who kind of cleans up and makes sure the back four are protected. I think that would maybe help us a little bit, because we did find ourselves in tricky positions at times where we weren't sure whether we needed to protect the space behind or step out to a guy who was shooting from distance. Maybe that's one thing we need to look at a little bit, but like I said, I think I was very pleased defensively with our squad this year.
After the season, is there any rumors or chances of you maybe playing for your national team?
I'm fully focused on the Sounders right now. I'm really enjoying myself here, and I hope to be staying here for a long time. I still hold a Swiss passport, and I will be applying soon for dual citizenship. I don't know what that will mean in the future, but like I said, I think I'm going to focus on the Sounders and my club soccer, and if I do well there, maybe those decisions or that I will have to make in the future will be good problems to have.
Aside from consistency, where else has your game grown over the last couple of years?
Well, confidence for one, and I think that's massive for a goalkeeper. Like I said, I think we worked on distribution. I was able to gain about close to 10 yards on my goal kicks, just by changing my technique a little bit, which was great. And we're trying to really target certain players now rather than just smash it forward. Especially now with having Nelson in the fold, who's so strong in the air. I think that's going to bode well for us in the future, winning first balls. But if you can make sure we're around that ball for winning second balls, that will give us possession quicker. Organization, I think, has gotten better on my end, and also maybe it's just a matter of understanding between all the players that are playing in the back. Aerial balls, I think we eliminated pretty well this year as well.
What does your offseason look like in terms of staying fit, especially with the season starting a little bit earlier next year?
Well, yeah, last year was a bit of a new situation for me because it's my first playoff run, so the off season got cut or made a bit shorter. So it's tricky because I decided last year to maintain my fitness rather than just let it go and then have to work hard to get it back. And in retrospect now, I think I should have probably taken a couple weeks off. So I think that's what I'm going to do this year. I'm really not doing anything right now. I'm just relaxing, letting my body heal. It's been a couple of nagging little things. Obviously, my shoulder still needs a little bit of time to recover fully. Hopefully, I can get all those kinks ironed out before the preseason starts. And we have the CONCACAF game looming ahead. So take some time off and then get back in the swing of things.